My most likely take here is he's trying to make it look like he acted entirely on his own and nobody else was involved. And that is why he has been so direct.
First up here, Clay, I'm going to read this to you a little bit. And there's been some reaction to this in the news media as well that we will discuss. Do not worry. We read it all night and then all morning, and we're aware of what has been said by some about this exchange. So this is from the shooter, Robinson, to his trans furry roommate lover. I think that's an accurate description. Trans furry roommate lover. I was looking for the word yesterday. I was like, paramour sounds like I'm writing a like a romance novel or something. So teen furry trans lover. And I'm sorry, trans furry lover. Whatever. You get what I'm saying. Here he is. Robinson. I am still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in Orem for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I got to grab my rifle still. To be honest, I hope to keep this secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you. You weren't the one who did it, right? The roommate says. I'm sorry. I thought they caught the person. No, they grabbed some crazy old dude. They interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from my drop point shortly after, but most of this side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering. Clay, your reaction to the let's just start going through this, piece by piece. What's your sense of this text exchange between the shooter and his lover?
I think a lot of times this is the case. You play moron or intent. And this guy, according to reports, was very smart, did fantastically well, 99th percentile on the ACT, got a scholarship to college. I would think that he would know that every text that he is going to send is going to be reviewed, admissible, and used against him. So my first thought is, and this is just me being someone who's been involved in investigations before, if you truly had committed a murder like this and wanted to keep it secret, the worst thing you could do is text all of these things to anyone. You probably would at least make a phone call, because you can always argue and lie about what was said in the phone call, and you can be like, no, it didn't have anything to do with the Charlie Kirk situation. It seems very strange to me that your first thought would be to put in writing that you are responsible for this. So moron or intent is what I immediately come to.
So the roommate lover says, and again, I'm reading from these texts that have come out. The FBI has released these. Why? Robinson. Why did I do it? Roommate. Yeah. I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I'm able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. Let's pause for a second here, Clay. Left no evidence? You know what I'm saying? Like, this guy, he had prints all over the rifle. He left the rifle behind.
Yeah.
He thought that the FBI wouldn't find. I know I'm just saying, he's supposed to be so smart, high SAT or ACT rather. He thought the FBI wouldn't find the hunting rifle that he used to kill this guy that he left at the scene. I mean, that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard.
I agree with all of that.
So again, to your point, something weird is going on here.
Moron or intentional text, I think, is the question that you should have in your head.
Is he trying to establish a text-based record of, well, this person had no idea
That's
whatsoever.
What stands out to me.
No idea that I was going to do this. I want to, and it's interesting because I think there's a lot of inference here that at least the shooter was driven to do this at some level by his clear, I'm not, he's having a sexual relationship with a trans furry person. And so it's interesting that he would have done this but not told that person.
Also, right? He would have done this, not told that person, and decide to tell them in text. Again, wouldn't this be something that you would make a phone call about?
Totally. So I agree with you. We're reading this through to you, to all of you, so that you can know something doesn't add up here. Okay, here you go. I've had enough of it. We talked about this yesterday. Enough of his hatred. You're going to kill somebody because you don't like his words and you think he's the hateful one. And these people, they're insane. All right, your roommate. How long have you been planning this? A bit over a week, I believe. I can get close, but there is a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. So he was going to go back to the scene, Clay, and try to take this rifle. Robinson, I wish I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I went to my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back my grandpa's rifle. I don't know if it had a serial number. Obviously it does, but it would trace to me. I'm worried about prints. I had to leave it in a bush where I changed outfits. I didn't have the ability or time to bring it with. I might have to abandon it and hope they don't find prints, but how will I explain losing this to my old man? I left the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The messages, there's a lot of F words in here. I'm not going to read those, obviously. The messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notices bulges on Fox News, I might have a stroke. All right, I'm going to leave it. Why would you do this? Unless you were trying to create a narrative that you wanted to create, right, Clay?
Yes. I think the only reason to do this, again, he's either a moron and he believed there was no way to track text messages, and he believed that his lover was going to delete all these text messages and they would never be uncoverable, or he wanted there to be a record of all of these things to make it look like he was acting completely alone. So which is it?
Cyber scammers. They're out there. They're all over the place. With the rise of AI, they're finding really creative ways of tricking you. The bad guys, unfortunately, are smart. They'll use AI to construct believable emails that will trick you into clicking a link. I get these emails. I've gotten a bunch of these. I get these emails pretending to be from major companies, pretending to be from PayPal, pretending to be from Google. Oh, it's from the help desk. Just click here. I get them all the time. It is really easy to get tripped up by this stuff. That's why you need to have a LifeLock membership. It's like having a security guard for your online info. Get a membership for an older family member who might be even more prone to these AI scams, but honestly, have it for yourself as well. LifeLock monitors millions of data points looking for evidence that a scammer has your info and is using it illegally. They'll even call people on the phone. They have these robocalls to use AI to pretend that they have someone's voice. They have a different voice. And if you do become a victim of identity theft, a dedicated U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Easy to help protect yourself with LifeLock. Join now and save 40% off your first year with promo code BUCK. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go online to lifelock.com and use promo code BUCK for 40% off. Terms apply.